Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back with another video, and in this video, I'll be doing an overview of Task 4Z, What's Eating You, Volume 2 hardcover. I'll be talking about a little bit of the story, the art, and of course, if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So, let's take a look at front of the dust jacket, the spine, the back, and I'll show you a full spread image of the dust jacket. Alright, front of the book, the spine, the back, which I really like this art. I'll show you a full spread image of the art. Alright, now let's take a look at what's inside. So, what is this book about? This is Volume 2, so this book starts off where Volume 1 ends, and if you've not read Volume 1, don't worry, I'll do a little short recap of what happens in Volume 1. So the way Volume 1 ends is that Task 4Z, they were on a mission, and when they arrive at the mission, another zombified team appears. And come to find out that the character Bloom has actually portrayed the team, and is actually the one who set up the other team to arrive at the same location, and then Bloom is able to capture and continue on his project per se. Now in this book is mainly about Red Hood and Harvey Dent, or Two-Face, teaming up and trying to find Bloom before he completes his project or mission. I don't want to say too much because I'll spoil it. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward, simple story. And it's a continuation of, like I said, the first book, but also this also wraps up the whole entire series. Because the series is 12 issues, and this is the remaining issues of the whole story. And I gotta say, the story's fine. I would say the first one's better. It's a lot more tighter in terms of the story. Everything makes more sense. It flows better. This one, it feels like it dragged on some moments here and there. But for the most part, though, I enjoyed it for what it is. The way this book ends, it is a bit predictable. And it ends in kind of like a, man. One part of it's kind of like, okay, fine, whatever. The other part's like, okay, I kind of want to see where it goes. But at the same time, this is it. So it's kind of like, why would you show me this, or why would you end it like this, knowing it's going to end? So, there's that. And so, that's pretty much it. It's literally just Red Hood, Harvey Dent, team up, and use whatever resources they have, and try to find Bloom. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, some parts do drag a little bit, but what I like about the book is the action scene. There's a lot of action on here, and I really, really like it. One thing that I noticed, though, is that in terms of the paper quality, it's like a mixture of matte with like color, because some parts here, I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but the whites here are like matte kind of look, but yet the color parts are like a painted with a little gloss. So it's, I don't know if it's like a hybrid thing or not. And I'm not complaining. I actually like this, prefer the matte, because this really does pop, especially when you have light on it. It really makes the art pop. So I don't know if it's something new what DC's doing with their books, but something that I noticed. But that's pretty much it about the book, man. It's just really straightforward, wrapping up this whole story. I mean, the whole story into this 12-issue story, and that's pretty much it, man. Did I have a good time with this book? Absolutely. This is a fun book. Is it one of those books that's over the top tier storytelling? No, I'll be honest with you, it's not. There are some moments where it loses me a little bit, especially towards the end, because they try to add a lot of twists and turns here and there to where I'm like, okay, but I'm not really feeling it. And also, too, they throw in a lot of cameos on here. It's almost as if the writer said, you know what? We're going to end this on a big bang, and then just literally throw in a bunch of characters. And I mean, you got Nightwing, Batgirl, Orphan, Spoiler, a certain Batsuit, and just throws them in here. And I'm just like, what the heck's going on? It's cool, and I like seeing them, but it's like, why is there so much going on? And I think the writer was just like, you know what, if I'm going to end this story, I just got to end with the bang, and just literally throw everything in there, which is kind of cool, but also it kind of loses the story, because there's parts are here where, like I said, where I'm kind of like, wait, what? Does this make sense? It's not bad, it's just kind of like, it kind of slows down the pacing a little bit for me, because I have to think about it, like, wait a minute, it doesn't kind of make quite sense. Again, it's nothing bad, it's just something that I noticed. But overall, though, I really enjoyed it. The art's good. It's clean. There are some really cool moments on here where the art really does shine. And having this kind of like hybrid type of paper quality, I think it's really, really good, and it benefits the art. In terms of the pacing, it's about average to sometimes really above average. Do you need to have prior knowledge? Yes, you do. If you have not read the first one, you're gonna get lost here. So make sure you read the first one. But that's pretty much it, man. Again, it's a really straightforward story. I'm not even kidding you. It's not bad or anything. It's just really straightforward. Red Hood, Two-Face, work together, stop Bloom, go. And that's essentially what it is. And like I said, the ending, I can see some people not liking it. One part, I can see some people kind of like, what? Why would you end it like this? And for me, I think the ending, like I said, for one particular person, it's okay. I kind of expected it. The other one is like, okay, I liked how you end it, but this is the final of the series, so why would you end it? Yeah, it is what it is, though. But overall, though, what do I give Task Force C, What's Eating You, Volume 2, the hardcover? In the end of the day, I had a good time with it. I really enjoyed it, and so to me, I give it a thumbs up. In terms of the whole story itself, I would say thumbs up too, man. If you go into it with the right mindset. If you go into it thinking this is going to be top tier storytelling, you're going to get disappointed. If you go into it thinking everything's going to make logical sense, you're going to be disappointed. But if you go into it just open-minded and just say, you know what, I just want to read a silly, over-the-top story with some cool Bat Family characters, I think Task Force C is meant for you. And that's what I went into it, and I really got good enjoyment out of it, and that's what I got out of it. So just make sure you have your expectations set accordingly and you have a good time. So again, Task Force C, What's Eating You, Volume 2, the hardcover, and as a story as a whole, I give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think. Have you read this book? Do you plan on reading this book? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn that support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. That concludes an overview of Task Force Z, What's Eating You, Volume 2 hardcover, and on to the next one.